course, is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first up is Tiny from the United States of America. El Nino de Oro, Jorge Linares, one of the greatest fighters in the history of Venezuela, who won his first world title back in 2007.
This is going to...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the light red trunks, trimmed with black, Tiny. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, Jorge Linares.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
All right, so all the talking's done. Now, let's get down to action.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Can't land that jab. It bombs away. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
The straight right just misses. Drop their guard, they get caught. Miss with that jab. Good counter punching. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. He scores with the counter. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of them. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it cheese them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
That counter punch caught him clean. Jab misses. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope...
Here's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
God, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, their every twitch.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. A swing and a miss with that jab. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That hook's blocked. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, Bob.
That's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Perfect counter lands. Both men step back for just a moment. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Can't score with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
I I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter shot lands. A straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this.
Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put on the guess.
Both men step back for just a moment. Can't score with that uppercut. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch right up the middle. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Come on. We've let him back into this.
Time for the 5th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed. And Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Did you see that? The Venezuelan is rocked. Disaster averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
There's a counter shot. Nice defense on that jab. They exchange punches. That jab misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
They believe their fighter has it in.
Got to win a round.
This is the beginning of round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter. Defense is not an option for these. Whoa, wait a minute. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. And Jorge Linares is down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
6. You still want to fight?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crust. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You'd like to see more jabs. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put...
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to come.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Or a big shot, and down goes El Nino de Oro. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the gods took him. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7. Continue.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face. Those counter punches have to hurt. That punch lands. Not a lot of defense here at all. They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now he's got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
Let him back.
And there's the bell for round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well done with that counter shot. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Jorge Linares is in. Oh, Linares goes to the canvas. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
So what does he do? Does he go to play the understudy and go for second place and think that's me? Or does he think, right, I've got to step this up here? The decision has to be made, but you've got to remember, why are you here? You're here to win a fight, so you've got to get that in your head.
That one went. Hold that thought! The Venezuelan is rocked. And finally, Linares goes to the canvas. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.